This is fun. It's the Gold Bug versus the First Lady of Wrestling. There are also three other Republican candidates, by the way, but Peter Schiff, Euro-Pacific Capital President and Chief Global Strategist and author, of course, of the book Crash Proof 2.0. Actually, 2.0 is the new version of Crash Proof. He is throwing his hat into the ring for the U.S. Senate, state of Connecticut, going against Senator Chris Dodd, who is the incumbent. He joins us now from Stanford. First of all, congratulations. Second of all, I didn't know you were born in New Haven. You are a Connecticut boy, born and bred, right?
I'm a native son.
A native son. Right. So, Peter, as smart as you are, you don't strike me as being a baby cuddler or a kisser of many women on the campaign trail, an eater of many. How many hot dogs can you eat at one time?
I don't know. I think I could kiss a few women, but I like.
I bet you can. But seriously, I mean, there's one thing about being an analyst, a financial analyst. Another thing about being a politician. How do you make the leap?
Well, I'm not going to become a politician. I mean, I'm entering politics, but I'll never be a politician. Hopefully, I can be elected as a statesman. And I don't want to make politics a career. I want to go to Washington because there's a real problem, and I think I can make a difference. And then I want to leave, and I want to go back to my real job in the private sector.
So you're term limiting yourself to how many terms?
I don't know. I hope I can get the job done in one. You know, the problem with, my opponent, should I get the Republican nomination, Christopher Dodd, he's been in the Senate for 30 years. And then he was in the Congress for 6 years. Before that, he was in law school. He's never actually worked in the private sector.
And he grew up in it. His dad was in the Senate for many decades as well, right?
He inherited this seat. It's like he's living in the House of Lords. And, I don't want career politicians. Politicians shouldn't live their entire lives in that fishbowl of Washington, D.C.
I couldn't agree with you, Peter. I could not agree with you more. I hate the idea of professional politicians. The name of it gives me chills. I don't like it at all. However, again, do you think you got the stomach for a political campaign? I mean, they're going to play real hardball, Peter, and go into every little aspect of your life, your family's life, et cetera.
I don't doubt that. I mean, the Democrats already put out an attack on me, 5 minutes after I announced. Of course, most of it was false, and they take things out of context. But, I'm prepared for that. I mean, I understand the stakes. Hopefully, it's not too bad. I mean, I do have a 7-year-old son in the public schools in Connecticut, so hopefully, nothing harms him.
Well, you've also got to go to the mats, literally go to the mats with Linda McMahon from WWE. I mean, here you get the champion woman of wrestling. There she is kissing her husband, the guy who started WWE. How are you going to go against her?
I don't know that I necessarily have to at this point. I mean, neither of us are the front runners, so I think she'll probably be going against Simmons, who's far and away the leader. And I think any money that she spends trying to attack Simmons or say why she's a better candidate than Rob Simmons would be, I think that also sells my message. I think she's a businesswoman. She's not a politician. She's been in the private sector. She has a similar background to me, except that I think I'm a lot more qualified. I think I'm unique in my understanding of economics, and I think that we are in a real economic crisis. I think maybe during normal circumstances, having McMahon in the Senate might not be a bad idea. I don't really know too much about her, but I think given what's going on right now, I think I'm uniquely.
Are you running as a Republican? Are you running in the primary?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm running for the Republican nomination.
Wait a minute, because you have spent so much time with me and everybody around here talking about how this mess that we're in is not just a Democratic thing, it's also a Republican. You've been almost as tough on the Republicans as you have on the Democrats. Are they going to support you?
Well, I hope so. You got to pick a side, and I think in theory, the Republicans, talk about shrinking government. The difference is I actually want to do it. I just don't want to talk about it. And I think I'm a lot more at home with the Republican Party. In fact, I think most of the people who run as Republicans really belong in the Democratic Party. That's been part of the problem. But I think one of the reasons that I probably have the best chance of actually beating Chris Dodd is because I did criticize George Bush. I criticized the Republicans when they were making the mistakes. So you can't accuse me of being partisan. I do what I think is right. And, if the people in Connecticut, if they are upset about the economy that we had under George Bush, there's no way that Christopher Dodd is going to hang that on me.
Okay. By the way, they're giving me a rap here, Peter, but the most important question, what do you say on your bumper sticker?
Oh, Schiff for Senate? I don't know. We haven't made any yet.
Oh, come on. You can do better than that. What is the one, let me make it easy. What is the one thing, if you had to choose among all the issues in D.C. that you want passed?
Well, look, we got to stop the spending. I mean,
stop the spending. Stop it. There you go. Stop the spending. Vote for Peter Schiff. I gave you a bumper sticker. We got to leave it at that. Peter Schiff, great to see you, my friend. Thanks for